We are Baltimore. We are Arizona.
Oh, we are finally back home. The D-backs have crisscrossed the country lately. Only 13 home games since July 27th. Hard to believe, but now finally a chance to settle in here at Chase Field, the opener of a 9-game homestand. Some home cooking, just what the doctor ordered as the Giants, Dodgers, and Padres come in here. Today on Labor Day, first of 3 against the World Series champs right here on Fox Sports Arizona. And greetings from Chase Field. Happy Labor Day, everyone. Welcome to the broadcast. Bob Brenly is not laboring today. Luis Gonzalez is. Steve Berthiaume and Gonzo along the way. First of 3 here against the defending World Series champion San Francisco Giants. Mike Leake is on the mound for the Giants. And Gonzo, it's Patrick Corbin for the Diamondbacks. Last 2 starts for Patrick, very encouraging.
Yeah, he's really looked well the last 2. You know, ever since you come back from Tommy John surgery, you're going to have your ups and downs during the season. These last 2 games, if he continues to show this kind of gradual upswing that he's had, it's going to be a lot of fun here next year for the Diamondbacks.
What has most impressed you about Patrick lately?
I think his command. I think he's starting to get his command back. He's got a little late life on that fastball, and he's getting a lot of guys with an off-speed breaking ball down and in.
So Leake and Corbin, an intriguing pitching matchup here this afternoon. David Peralta back in the cleanup spot for the Diamondbacks. He has been killing San Francisco this year.
Yeah, this guy has been on fire. His last 15 games, I think he's hitting a 377 clip. He's just gone out and done everything for the Diamondbacks. Something to get excited about. This guy brings it every day to the ballpark, and here you see his numbers against the Giants. He is a giant killer. He goes out there and plays hard every single day.
Well, the Giants had been struggling lately. They'd lost 7 straight to really drop behind the Dodgers in the NL West, but they've won 2 in a row coming in as part of their postseason push. More from Chase Field on this Labor Day. Then it's Diamondbacks baseball, the D-backs and the Giants here on Fox Sports Arizona. part by Cox Gigablast. How will you live the gig life? By Lone Butte Casino. You're in for more winning moments at Lone Butte Casino. And by Jack in the Box. For a limited time, try the new Portobello Mushroom Buttery Jack with melted garlic herb butter.
Welcome back. I'm Kate Longworth getting you set for first pitch as the Diamondbacks return to Chase Field, hosting the defending world champions for a 3-game set. And with September baseball upon us, it's a big month for the Giants, in second place in the NL West with 71 wins and 7.5 games behind the Dodgers. And the final month of the season, it's a big one for the D-backs as well. As Chip Hale explained today, he wants his team to finish strong because at the end of the year, they are going to be judged on how many wins and losses they have. That's how you read if a team did well this year. So his team trying to finish strong, and to get the W today, they're going to have to get to Mike Leake. And Leake, of course, very familiar with pitching here in the desert, a product of ASU from 2007 to 2009, and he's made the transition to the pros just fine. The 27-year-old boasts a 3.49 ERA, although since wearing the orange and black, he's 0-2, but it's been some close one-run losses. So today he's going out there trying to get his team on top, but if the D-backs have anything to say, that won't happen. It may be Labor Day, but Arizona is ready to get to work, claiming that home field advantage, trying to get the W. We've got first pitch on the other side. Patrick Corbin going for the Arizona Diamondbacks, and ASU product Mike Leake on the other side.
Much of the home ballpark over the last month or so, but back today, beginning a 9-game homestand, all against the NL West. The Giants in here for the first of 3, then the Dodgers and the Padres will follow. And your Arizona Ford starting pitcher for the D-backs today, it's left-hander Patrick Corbin. A win in his start last week at Colorado. In fact, the last 2 have been very encouraging, and it's come back from Tommy John surgery. His manager is Chip Hale.
Well, it's 1 good start, 2 good starts, 3 good starts. Can he keep piggybacking those and finish the year with successful stuff, I guess. The pitch count obviously going to be in the 90s.
Well, the numbers on Patrick: 57 hits allowed in 56 innings, 56 strikeouts. He's gone at least 6 complete innings, Gonzo, in 6 of his last 8 starts.
Yeah, he's really looked good. His command has been a lot better, and he's pitching with a lot of confidence out there. Let's hope he can get on track and start these Diamondbacks on the right note.
Giants come into Chase Field today, 5 over 500 for the year. Second in the NL West. They are 7.5 games behind the Dodgers in the division. San Fran has won 2 straight coming into today after Bruce Bochy's club lost 7 in a row. They have scored 7 runs in each of the last 2 games. They had a big weekend at Coors Field in beating the Rockies Saturday and Sunday. Adam Hamari is our plate umpire. Good crowd here today on this Labor Day. Glad you're with us on Fox Sports Arizona. And we are underway with strike 1 to Angel Pagan.
Boy, and Corbin comes right out of the gate with a 92-mile-an-hour fastball, and Pagan not wasting any time, just trying to jump on it.
263, 1 home run. The OPS really down right now, by far a career low for Pagan, who has had a difficult season. Age and injuries appear to have finally caught up with him. He's had only 19 extra base hits all year.
It seems like that's been the story for the Giants all season this year, just trying to get guys healthy and keep them in the lineup.
Well, they just got Joe Panik back today. He's missed a month with a back problem, although Panik is not in the starting lineup. There he is. They've been out or without Hunter Pence for a while now. He's been on the DL 3 different times this year. Corbin misses up and in with a fastball. 1-2. There's Panik. They are the walking wounded. They've got Matt Cain back. He's had an elbow issue. Tim Lincecum has a hip condition. His season is already over. A good start for Corbin. He strikes out Pagan, 1 away. The lineup for Bruce Bochy's San Francisco Giants.
Second baseman, number 37.
Boy, leading off for the Giants, you just saw Pagan strike out there. Tomlinson hitting second. Duffy, Posey, and Bird rounding out the middle of the order, followed by Belt, Crawford, Williams, and Leake, the ASU product, on the mound today for the Giants.
And he is one of the better hitting pitchers in the game, Mike Leake. Kelby Tomlinson, the second baseman. He's hitting .306 with a homer. First major league experience for the 25-year-old. Made his big league debut the first week of August. Joe Panik, their all-star second baseman, is back but not starting today. He's missed the last 34 games. Back inflammation. Did have a very brief rehab stint at AAA Sacramento. 1-1 on Tomlinson.
And you got to be impressed with the Giants too. They keep bringing these young guys up, and they seem to just fit right in, doing a great job.
They went out and acquired Marlon Byrd. That's sort of what Marlon Byrd does the last 2-3 years. Showing a pennant contender late in the year. He's helped fill the void left by the injury to Hunter Pence. 2-2 now. And Byrd is starting in right field today. Tomlinson spent much of this year where he played last year. That was AA Richmond. Hit .324 there in about 60 games. Called strike 3. Rings up Tomlinson. 2 strikeouts for Patrick to open up the ball game. Take a look at the Diamondbacks defensively around their left-hander today.
Well, this afternoon in the left field we have Peralta, followed around in center field by A.J. Pollock. Inciarte in right field. Here you see Inciarte. Followed around the infield with Gosselin at second base. Ahmed at short. Lamb at third. Goldschmidt at first. Corbin on the mound, and Castillo behind the plate.
Matt Duffy, a Rookie of the Year candidate. Started the season as a backup third baseman and utility guy, but he's been one of their best players. 303 and 10 homers. And he's third on the Giants in RBIs. Patrick Corbin, Gonzo, is throwing strikes. He is not messing around out there.
Yeah, and he's hitting good spots right now, coming in and out with the strikes. He's just pitching effective. That's good, keeping his pitches down.
11 pitches, 8 strikes, 0-2 on Duffy.
Well, you'd like to see pitchers starting to get in a groove, and he's done that the last couple games, and see if he can continue in that trend, especially to finish up this season strong.
Tries to throw that slider, but he spiked it. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Duffy's a tough out, leading all National League rookies with that .303 batting average. Leads all National League rookies in hits. But Chris Bryant leads rookies in just about everything else. And we saw him hit a 495-foot home run yesterday at Wrigley Field.
And it landed here in Arizona
before we got back.
You guys got here.
2-2. Goldie, it's by him, and it's off the glove of Gosselin. Duffy's aboard, it rolls into right. Kind of a tweener right there. And that's a base hit for Duffy.
And I think that's one of the good things that Duffy does as a young hitter. He continues to battle the tough pitches. Then when he gets to one up in the zone that he can handle, he just smoked it right in the hole. And you see Paul Goldschmidt there making a nice try. I think he was a little upset that he didn't get a glove on that one.
So Duffy aboard. Buster Posey getting the day off from catching duties. He's the starter at first base today. Third in the National League in hitting at 326, just ahead of Goldie. He leads the Giants in RBIs and OPS. Posey red hot right now. He's got an 8-game hitting streak, during which he's batting over 500.
I think when you look at a guy like Posey, you talk about consistency, and that's what makes these great players, superstar players like a Paul Goldschmidt, a Posey on the Giants team. These guys are very consistent. They go out there, they minimize their slumps. They always come up with big hits when they need them.
They come inside and they get the strike call. An excellent pitch there by Patrick, who has shown us time and time again he is by no means afraid to come in on right-hand hitters.
You see that fastball barreling in on Posey's hands. He didn't want to get that bat head out there.
And now he's got him set up for the slider if he wants it. 0-2. Fastball up and in, misses, a ball and 2 strikes.
And that was a third 0-2 count in this inning for Corbin out there on the mound. He's getting ahead of the hitters. Now it's just a matter of putting them away.
That usually either means the fastball up or the slider at the back foot. They'll go away this time. He got it out over the plate, a base hit. A pair of 2-out singles for the Giants. You saw where Wellington Castillo set up. That one leaked back toward Posey at the plate.
And the pitch, he wants to get it away, but he just leaves it up in the strike zone. Almost the same type of pitch with Duffy. He leaves that pitch up, out and away, and those guys are good hitters, are able to get to that. If he leaves it down in the zone, you have a better chance at getting those guys out.
2 on, 2 out for Marlon Byrd. 241 and 22 homers. Coming off a 4-hit game yesterday, and the Giants win at Colorado. They are without Hunter Pence once again.
Well, there you see his numbers. I think the big thing with him since he's been with the Giants, 18 RBIs since he's been on this club.
That's why they went and got him, that's for sure. He's homered 3 times for the Giants. He has been, however, striking out a lot lately. Marlon Byrd has punched out 22 times in 64 at-bats with San Francisco. And Corbin's ahead 0-1.
Kind of an unorthodox stance that he has out there. He likes to hold his hands really low. You see most power hitters, they hold that bat high and under their arms or up by their chest, and he holds his hands real low in the strike zone.
Well, he's 38 years old, Marlon Byrd. He's been able to give the Giants, for the most part, the occasional power lift that they've needed here. This is why they picked him up from Cincinnati for a minor leaguer on August 20th. And he's been very good in these situations, Marlon Byrd. 7 of his last 14 with runners in scoring position. Duffy at second, Posey at first. 2 outs. 1-1 on Byrd. On the ground to third, Jake Lang. They go the short lane for the force on Posey. And Patrick Corbin is through a scoreless first. Just underway at Chase Field in downtown Phoenix, Arizona. Just underway from downtown Phoenix. D-backs getting their first look at your Arizona Ford. Starting pitcher for the Giants today, it's Mike Leake, a 27-year-old right-hander, the former ASU Sun Devil and Cincinnati Red, acquired by the Giants at the trade deadline. Here's Ender Inciarte.
Well, he's a guy that used to like his fastball. He has a good cutter and sinker, so he's just going to mix in those pitches. We got to make a good plan, try to stay and hit the ball the other way.
A.J. Pollock will lead it off. Leake winless in 4 starts with San Francisco, but it's been a run support issue. He has pitched well. The Giants, however, have scored 2 runs or fewer in 3 of his 4 starts since they picked him up. He was 9-5 with Cincinnati. Traded for a pair of minor leaguers on July 30th. A.J. down 0-2.
Yeah, and he's another guy. He doesn't nibble around. He goes right after these hitters. He relies a lot on that fastball that sinks down in the strike zone.
Yeah, he is a kitchen sink guy. These are his numbers with the Giants. He has pitched very well. They have just scored no runs for him at all. The whip is under 1. That's outstanding. Broken back roller. It's by Duffy it into left. A base hit for Pollock. Little switcheroo at the top here for Chip Hale Gonzo. He's got Pollock leading off and Inciarte in the 2-hole.
Yeah, followed by Goldschmidt, Peralta, Castillo, Lamb. Then we have Goslin, Ahmed, and Corbin hitting 9th. Yeah, just switching them up top, trying to make something happen. Of course, A.J. Pollock's been swinging the bat well. Peralta in the middle, of course, we all know how good he's been doing. So he's just trying to get something generated here, especially at home.
Duffy will come in at 3rd now for Ender, who steps in at 292 and 4 homers. You know, AJ's been grounding into double plays as of late. That total's gone up for him this year. Ender's been scuffling a bit. Had a tough series at Wrigley over the weekend, so he's trying to change the dynamic up there at the top, but that's strike 1.
And I think that's a good change for both these guys. It doesn't move them around in the lineup to the bottom of the order or anything like that. It's no slap in the face to these guys. It just gives them a different perspective now, especially Ender being a left-handed hitter. If AJ gets on base, he opens up that right side with the first baseman holding the runner on if he can pull it in that hole.
And you've got a rookie at 2nd in Kelby Tomlinson. Inciarte just 1 for his last 16 as he steps in here. Keep Pollock close. 33 stolen bases. He's been caught just 7 times.
It's pretty good to have 30+ stolen bases in the major leagues.
Now it's funny, we did this comparison when we were in Colorado, but when you look at AJ's numbers, it just jumps out at you. He's the same model that the Rockies have with Charlie Blackmon, the leadoff guy who plays center field, who can hit you 15-20 home runs and steal 30-40 bases. AJ hitting for a much higher average than Blackmon. He holds it first, right back to the mound. Leake is on it. The throw is a little wide of the bag, but a very nice play there by Brandon Crawford. That one almost went into left center field, turned nicely by the Giants shortstop. 2 down.
Well, and Crawford did a great job just corralling that ball just to get 1, much less turn a double play. Here you see the grounder right back to Leake. He's got plenty of time. Great concentration right there by Crawford just to make that play. You know, you're running to the bag full speed and he throws the ball behind you. It's good athleticism by Crawford.
Leake 2 outs on 5 pitches. All strikes. Here's Goldie. Goldie 321 and 27 home runs. And you see that OPS. He's 3rd in the National League in OPS, right behind Bryce Harper and Joey Votto. That, of course, is on base percentage plus slugging percentage. That's headed for the radio booth. 0-2. They didn't flinch.
You know, aside from Goldie having that one little hiccup there about a month and a half ago, or a month ago, he's been on track. His numbers are right there every single year. He's been very consistent with the Diamondbacks.
Well, Chip Hale talked about this over the weekend in Chicago. It's got to be a big relief and a lot of the pressure off, knowing that his wife Amy and baby Jake are doing just fine. All that is taken care of. Everybody happy and healthy at home. Just does get a piece to stay alive.
And he only left for a couple days. He played the final 2 games over in Chicago and get right back on a plane and get here now. Team's going to be here for a little bit of time, so he gets everything back settled in. Day game today. Spend the rest of the evening with his wife and kid, newborn.
1-2. Way out in front of that one. Leake strikes him out. No score through the first inning here at Chase Field. Hispanic Heritage Day with us, presented by Budweiser, Saturday, October 3rd. First 10,000 fans here at Chase Field. Get this Los D-backs soccer jersey, courtesy of Pepsi. And remember, after the game, there's a concert featuring Luis Coronel, presented by Sprint and Samsung. For tickets, visit dbacks.com. Brandon Belt will lead off the second against Patrick Corbin, Giants and Diamondbacks, on this Labor Day. Brandon Belt, 281, 17 homers. That ties his career high. He's on pace for a career high in RBIs as well.
I think you're going to see both teams have been very aggressive early in the count with both pitchers.
Goes the other way, shoots it toward the left field corner. Peralta runs it down. David Peralta, the freight train, runs that down in foul ground right in front of the Diamondback bullpen.
There you see a pitch out over the outer half. Peralta gets a nice jump on it. Very good read to make that play down the right field or left field line.
He's quickly running out of room, but David seems like knew exactly where he was. Nicely done.
And when you're going down that line, you rely on your bullpen guys out there sitting over there to try to help you out a little bit.
There they are, bird's eye view. E.J. Schugel, Keith Hessler, Brandon Crawford, the shortstop. First pitch is bounced to second. Phil Gosselin, quickly 2 outs.
Guys are swinging at pitches today like it's the last day of the season.
Catcher number 14, Jackson.
Well, Buster Posey, we told you, getting the start at first base for the Giants, and here's Jackson Williams, who's behind the plate. Just a handful of big league games in his career, and today is his first major league appearance since last September. He's a 29-year-old rookie with exactly 7 games of major league experience, all with Colorado last year. He has 3 career hits. One of them was a home run with the Rockies last season. Williams has spent this year with the Giants AA team in Richmond. Hit .228 in the Eastern League, 1 home run. He is a defense first catcher. Here's Buster Posey.
I bet that was great news to hear. Hey, son, we're trading you over to the San Francisco Giants. That's great news, but the bad news is you're playing behind Buster Posey trying to get to the major leagues.
Well, there is a great irony here. He was originally Jackson Williams, a first-round pick by the Giants out of Oklahoma in the 07 draft. He never made it to the big leagues with San Francisco before. Wound up with the Rockies last year. They waived him after last season. He was picked up by the Angels and then sold back to the Giants this March, and now here he is finally, after all these years, making his Giants debut. And Corbin strikes him out. Third strikeout for Patrick, who works a quick 1-2-3 second. Patrick Corbin, he's got Pagan, he's got Tomlinson, and now Williams. No score, bottom two coming up. Hey fans, now's the time. Tweet your strongest fan photo. Use the hashtag AZDanaStrongFan, and you just might see your photo in our Diamondbacks TV broadcast, brought to you by T-Mobile. Newly renovated team shop here at Chase Field. They did a wonderful job in there. It is enormous, and there is all kinds of stuff from which to choose. Got the colors, every logo, every look you can think of. David Peralta leads off the second against Mike Leake. Peralta 306 and 14 home runs, and as we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, he has just killed the Giants this year.
I think as a player, when you come in, you got certain teams that you feel really confident about, and this is one of them for Peralta.
Goes the other way. Duffy's on it, rolls over, and can't throw him out. Peralta's aboard. Well, usually it's the hitter who rolls over. That time it was the third baseman.
I don't know what happened there. It looked like he might have got caught up with his cleats or something. He just didn't. He caught the ball clean. Just took a while to get up.
You know, he's got this giant obese cat named Skeeter, and he kind of looked like Skeeter on that one.
Yeah, he didn't look like he was in a hurry there to make that play.
I don't know if that's anything like what was it? Smelly cat? Grumpy cat.
Grumpy cat.
Grumpy cat. Grumpy cat. We had a cat throw out the first pitch today. Who knew? Wellington Castillo. Smelly Cat, that was a Phoebe and Friends. She used to sing that song, Smelly Cat. But I digress. Castillo, 251, 18 homers.
Well, I tell you, this guy's done a fantastic job. 18 homers, 44 RBIs. Who would have thought when we picked him up he was just going to try to fill in for us behind the plate, and he's been an offensive threat.
He's up at 260 after 3 hits yesterday at Wrigley Field. There's the Brain Trust, Tony La Russa, Dr. Ed Lewis, Deshaun Watson, and Dave Stewart. Jared Saltalamacchi has done a nice job, considering, Gonzo, where the catching position was when Tuffy went down in May. really done a nice job filling those holes. Breaking ball dropped it in there, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, and I think the big key is the familiarity with the pitching staff. That's what they wanted. They wanted to get a catcher back there that can work well with the pitchers. And Castillo's been that guy so far that's been able to do a good job with these pitchers, the young pitchers that we have.
And that depth has allowed them to keep Oscar Hernandez, who we saw a moment ago, on the 25-man roster. To comply with the Rule 5 regulations, Castillo strikes out, second strikeout for Leake, and Oscar will play in the Fall League to make up some of the at-bats for the Salt River Raptors. Their season starts right after ours ends. Salt River's opener is Tuesday night, October 13th, against Scottsdale at Salt River Field. We'll see you there. Jake Lamb now. Jake, the bat has really come alive. He's at 279 with 6 homers, riding a 5-game hit streak.
Fans of Valley Honda, key to the game today is pretend we're at AT&T Park.
Huh?
Well, the D-backs are 7-6 versus the Giants this season, but much more successful at AT&T Park. So Arizona 6-1 there, outscoring the Giants 31-13 at Chase Field. The D-backs are 1-5, being outscored 32-23. So we're going to pretend we're at AT&T Park today.
That is outstanding research.
I threw a lot of T's in there earlier, didn't I?
Well, I'm sure they appreciate it. There are the numbers. Yeah, you're right. 6-1 at AT&T.
I'm adding 100 T's in there.
Of course, we had a sweep in a 4-game series there earlier this year. That was back in the middle of April.
I'll tell you, Jake Lamb's one of those young players that he's going to continue to get stronger in this league once he gets familiar with a lot of these pitchers, and his home run numbers, you're going to see them jump up.
Well, you've seen Grumpy Cat. Now there's a grumpy young Giant fan.
Let's hope he leaves the park like that today. That means the D-backs will be winning.
Off the glove of Duffy. The shift was on. It went off the glove of the Giants' third baseman and into left center. Diamondbacks have 2 on and 1 out now for Phil Gosselin.
Second baseman, number 15, Phil Gosselin.
It's a base hit for Lamb.
They got a semi-shift on there, and Duffy playing almost in the hole.
Here's Gosselin. What are your impressions of Phil Gosselin, Gonzo? He looks to BB and I very hitterish, as Bob would say.
Yeah, I like him. When he gets in the batter's box, he's got a pretty good idea of what he's doing up there.
He's at 305 with a home run. It's only Russo was saying that, you know, he stands in there and you can tell that he can hit just by the impression he makes. He's got Peralta at second and Lamb at first with 1 out. Just missed there, a ball and a strike. Adam Homari not biting behind the plate.
You got to like the fact with Gosling and Lamb, Drury, those are 3 pretty good young hitters there that are coming through the system, and they've done some damage in the minor leagues.
It is a very crowded infield picture as we head through September into the offseason. Phil Gosselin drives that to left center field. Way back and gone. Phil Gosselin, a 3-run homer, and it's 3-0 Diamondbacks. He's been a hitter.
You talk about how good a hitter he is. Here he gets a hanger in the strike zone right down the middle of the plate. He didn't miss it. Hits it right off that Giants fan out there in left center field.
Just enough of it to clear the fence out there in left center. The second of the year for Phil Gosselin. Quickly 3-0 Diamondbacks. Here's Nick Ahmed, the shortstop. Nick had a homer yesterday at Wrigley. His 8th of the year.
And that's got to feel good for the Diamondbacks to get a jump out here with a 3 spot early here in the second inning. Get some runs on the board.
Well, Phil Gosselin is 26 years old. He'll be 27 in October, so he's a little more advanced in terms of the development, but he's still a relatively young guy in terms of the experience. Didn't play a whole lot with the Braves. Finally got into their lineup this year and broke his thumb. Now he is healthy and swinging a hot bat as a Diamondback. One and two on Ahmed. Phil just 20 games with the Braves earlier this year. He was hitting .325 when he was hurt. Injured his left thumb diving for a ground ball May 17th. Hurt after making a big league opening day roster for the first time in his career. Hard to third. That's a fair ball down the left field line. It's in the corner. Belt will play it off the wall. Nick Ahmed is thinking three here. But he'll play on the brakes as Belt finally gets it back in. 14th double for Nick Ahmed. That bat started to come alive again for Nick. Had a couple of hits in the Cubs series, including that home run Sunday. And here's a one-out double.
Well, nice swing by Nick Ahmed there, just keeping his weight back, just driving that ball down the left field line. Duffy playing off the line. And he is off to the races.
4 hits in the inning against Mike Leake, and still only one out. Ahmed at second. Here's Patrick Corbin. Trying to bunt, fouls it off.
It looked like Patrick was trying to bunt for a hit. Fans, anytime the D-backs score 5 runs or more, Taco Bell is giving away 3 free tacos with the purchase of a large drink between 4 and 6 p.m. the following day at participating locations. We're almost there. You know how you and BB love giving away those tacos.
He's not going to be happy if he misses tacos again, I can tell you that. Tomlinson throws out Corbin. Ahmed moves up, 2 down. Well, you saw Mike Leake get the ground ball right there. He's got that frequent 2-seam sinking fastball. The ground ball rate for Leake is just over 50% this year. One of the best rates of his career, and it ranks Leake in the top 20 among all major league starters in terms of ground ball efficiency. So he gets more than his share of ground ball outs.
I think for him in this inning, he's just leaving too many balls up in the strike zone. D-backs have taken advantage of that.
Good job by Corbin to hit the ball to the right side and advance Ahmed to third. Here's AJ, who singled to lead off the ball game for the D-backs. Bounces one to Crawford. They strand Ahmed, but they get 3. Phil Gosselin, his second home run, a 3-run bomb off Mike Leake, and it's 3-0 Diamondbacks. against the Dodgers this weekend. Saturday, first 10,000 fans 21 and older can pick up this D-backs beer stein courtesy of Budweiser. Visit dbacks.com for more information. Patrick Corbin has retired 4 straight Giants, and now he's got a 3-0 lead after Phil Gosselin's 3-run homer. And the pitcher Mike Leake leads off the Giant third. He is a very good hitting pitcher, Mike Leake. The Giants quickly find themselves down 3-0. It's kind of the way it's been going for them lately. He's got a career .215 batting average, Mike Leake, with 5 home runs. He hits it hard, but right at Lamb. A tough play by Jake Gonzo on that short hop, and he was right there.
Yeah, great play by Jake Lamb, one of the better third basemen in the league, one of the young third basemen. You don't have a lot of time over there. He's just trying to block that ball, keep it in front. Nice play there just to regroup. Make a nice strong throw across the diamond for the first out of the inning.
Brings up the leadoff man, Angel Pagan, who struck out his first time up. Giants did win Saturday and Sunday at Coors Field after they'd lost 7 straight. They have all kinds of injuries. They're starting to get healthy again a little bit, but it might be too little too late. We're only 2.5 games off the division lead near the end of August, and then Bruce Bochy's club went into a tailspin. They lost 7 in a row, including getting swept in a critical 3-game series at Dodger Stadium. And that was a heartbreaker for the Giants. They lost 3 one-run games in that series in LA, 1 in 14 innings. The other 2 were a pair of 2-1 losses in games started by Zach Greinke and Clayton Kershaw. And that might be the series that winds up defining their season. There's still time, obviously, but that one really set them back.
You got to think the Dodgers are really focused in on this series right here between us and the Giants to see what happens. Because if the D-backs come out hot, it could push them further away from trying to catch the Dodgers.
Giants were 2.5 games off the division lead near the end of August. They start play today 7.5 back. 1-2 on Pagan.
Really, you think about the Giants, they've got a couple guys. Aoki's another guy, one of their jump starters in the lineup. He's been out with concussion.
They don't know if he'll be back this year. They are without Hunter Pence. We've talked about that.
And to me, Pence is the key guy in the lineup because his demeanor out there and attitude and the way he plays the game kind of lifts everybody in the dugout.
Well, how about this? The Giants are 34-18 when Hunter Pence starts this season. They are 37-48 when he doesn't. He's been on the DL 3 times. He's out right now with an oblique injury.
You talk about an impact player. Those numbers right there prove that he is one of those guys.
Gone battling here on 2-2. The Hunter Pence signs continue. Although that seems to be a very pro Hunter Pence sign. You've heard of Shark Week. How about Pence Week?
I'm sure the Giants fans are hoping he gets back pretty soon to spend the week out on the field.
A lot of Giants fans behind their dugout. First base side. 2-2 pitch. Full count. Patrick has retired 5 straight, but he's gone full on Pagan with Tomlinson on deck. Pagan's another guy. He missed much of last month with an inflamed right knee that had nagged him all year long. He had to sit out 20 games. Just got back in the lineup September 1st. 3-2. Patrick started over that time. Another thing about Pagan, used to be, he's never a home run hitter per se, but he's good for 15, 18 a year. Certainly one of their best players. He homered in their win at Coors Field Saturday, and that was his first home run since May 2nd of last year. 697 at bats without a home run.
Wow.
It had been the longest streak of the major leagues. that up in the air and again in the seats. Imagine this, his first home run since May 2nd, 2014. Almost 700 at bats. And he snuck it inside the foul pole at Coors Field over the weekend.
And really, if you look at that pitch, that was a pretty good pitcher's pitch. It was down and away. He hooked it.
You saw his reaction rounding the bases. 10th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Drives it to right center. And that'll get down and roll to the wall. And Ciarte plays it off to Karam. Angel Pagan, his 16th double. Just his 20th extra base hit all year.
There was a time a couple years ago he might have tried to go for 3 on that right out of the box. I think age is starting to creep up on him, and he knows that that's just a stand-up double for him now.
He is really battling bad knees and has all year. But that's what you get, a 10-pitch at bat. He fouled off a bunch of good ones and got one he could drive finally. He's at second with 1 out for Kelby Tomlinson, the second baseman who struck out his first time up. Kelby Tomlinson from Oklahoma played at Texas Tech. 12th round pick by the Giants 4 years ago. Joe Panik is back, but not in the starting lineup today. Good pitch there by Corbin, who's ahead 0-2.
Who was it used to play with the glasses like he's wearing there? Was it Downing?
Ryan Downing wore glasses.
Who was it? Gritch?
You're thinking Chris Sabo, I think.
Sabo also, third baseman.
The Reds. They were more goggles on Sabo than glasses, but yeah, he's got the specs going.
The guys in the truck want to say Ricky Vaughn.
Wild thing. Seeing's the most important thing, but I don't think it's that important. 1-2. Eric Sogard is another glasses wearer. We just saw him last home series against Oakland.
I don't see a lot of guys doing that anymore, especially with contacts and different types of surgeries that they can get now.
I remember Cody Ross, when he was here, had all kinds of problems with the dry air here in the Valley. We're trying to wear contact lenses. Dave McKay always styling in his glasses. 1-2. First base side and in the seats. Patrick having problems in this inning, putting guys away. Pagan battled him until he got a double on a 3-2 pitch, and now Tomlinson has fouled a few off here. Pitch count going up. I heard Chip Hale tell us it would be in the 90s somewhere. Up until now, 95 has been the absolute end. Usually a little before 90 pitches for Corbin. Missed away, and it's 2-2.
I'll tell you one thing with the Giants, they have a veteran ball club over there. Even though some of those guys aren't playing, they're helping some of these young kids, kind of guiding them through, hoping they can keep them in the race till the veteran guys can get back in that lineup.
Matt Duffy on deck, Buster Posey in the hole. Just missed that time, and it's another full count, 3-2. Well, it's got to be a great atmosphere in which to walk into a major league clubhouse for the first time if you're a young player, and Buster Posey's in there, and Hunter Pence is in there, and all the guys they have like that. It certainly worked for Joe Panik last season. Now they've added Marlon Byrd. 3-2 pitch.
Fans, today's game is being broadcast on AFN, the American Forces Network, reaching out to the U.S. Armed Forces serving around the world on land and on ships at sea. Welcome and thank you for your service.
Well, this is what you hate to see with Patrick Corbin on a tight pitch count. He's started off the last 2 hitters 0-2. Pagan and Tomlinson, but back-to-back 3-2 counts now. Trying to put guys away. On the ground to Lamb. And looks Pagan back to the bag and throws out Tomlinson for the second out here in the third. Brings up Matt Duffy.
I tell you, the more you watch Lamb play third, he's pretty steady over there at third base. He's got a good glove and makes all the routine plays. That's all you can ask for a guy like that.
He has always been considered a plus defender at third base, Jake Lamb, all throughout his minor league career. Very good grades from the scouts in terms of the defense.
This is a big hitter right here. The last two batters have seen 18 pitches. Pagan 10 and Tomlinson 8.
Duffy singled his first time up. Leads all National League rookies in hits. And Duffy is having a very good second half to his first full season in the big leagues. He has shown no signs at all of running out of steam here down the stretch. He's hitting .315 since the All-Star break. Goslin at second. There's the quick out that Corbin needed. And he strands the one-out double. Diamondbacks lead the Giants 3-0.
Geico's this day in baseball history. In the first inning at Busch Stadium, Cardinal first baseman Mark McGwire ties Roger Maris' single-season home run mark, hitting his 61st in a nationally televised Labor Day game against the Cubs. Big Mac hit his historic home run on his dad's 61st birthday.
Ender Inciarte leads off the Diamondback third against Mike Leake. D-backs lead it 3-0 on Phil Gosselin's 3-run homer in the second. Ender drives it out to Bird. It drops in front of base hit. That snaps a 1 for 17 for Inciarte. A leadoff single here in the third. That's the 6th Diamondback hit against Mike Leake.
That's got to feel good for Inciarte. Most of the hits have come on that breaking ball that he continues to leave up in the zone.
Well, if he wants to leave one up to the next guy, that's fine with everybody here, I'm sure. Goldie struck out his first time. He was 0 for 4 yesterday with a pair of strikeouts against the Cubs. That snapped a 5-game hit streak. Gonzo, you mentioned how Goldie has kind of picked it up as of late after he went through that dry spell. And the home run swing has returned. He's homered 5 times in his last 14 games. And that coming after that 22-game stretch without a homer from late July through the middle of August.
Well, sometimes home run hitters get in those streaks. They find a way to just go in those 5-6 games where they'll hit 3 or 4 and then they'll take 6 or 7 off and then they'll get on another streak.
Was that the case for you?
Yeah, off and on. I mean, the year I hit 57, I had a pretty consistent year doing it, but there was games where I'd hit 2 in a game and then 1 and then take 7, 8 off and then get hot again. And you go through a little bit of those ups and downs going through the season.
Double play ball here. Crawford, Tomlinson, Posey, they roll it. Goldie hits into the double play, quickly 2 down. Those home run spurts would start again, I think, when BB threatened to give you a day off, right?
Oh, absolutely. BB used to do that all the time. He knew how to pull the right strings on that whole team when he'd get a guy going. Him and Bomel would always come by and say, hey, we're thinking about giving you a day off. And I said, no way, Skipper, I'm not. He said, well, we're going to have to. You look a little sluggish out there. We'll see how you do. And you seem to get a little more focused when your manager tells you he's going to give you a day off. And I know for a fact Goldie's one of those guys. He never wants a day off, wants to be out there.
Oh, absolutely. David Peralta. Tomlinson at second. And Mike Leake talked about the ground ball rate with Leake. They've got him 3 outs right there. It's 3-0 Diamondbacks. Love at 425 degrees. And by Phoenix International Raceway. Join PIR November 15th for NASCAR. Visit us at phoenixraceway.com and get your tickets now. Oh, few things better than Wetzel's Pretzels here at Chase Field. Throw some cinnamon on there, Gonzo, and just go to town.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time down there while you guys are up here in the booth.
I believe it. Back at Chase Field in downtown Phoenix. Everybody laboring on Labor Day here, and happy to be here at the ballpark where the Diamondbacks lead the Giants 3-0. Buster Posey leads off the 4th against Patrick Corbin. Posey homered yesterday in the Giants win in Colorado, and it was noteworthy for 2 reasons. One, it was his 100th career home run. Also, his 78th home run as the Giants catcher. Now he plays some first base and DHs in interleague occasionally. Drive this one to right center. He won't get there. It one-hops the wall. Buster Posey has singled and doubled. He's 2 for 2. But that 78 home runs as a catcher for the Giants ties him for the most career homers as a Giants catcher. He now shares the record with Bob Brenly.
Is that right?
He and BB and Posey are tied. 2 very similar hitters in many ways.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure BB's hoping he takes the rest of the season off so he can hold on to that record with Buster Posey.
Let him play first base every day.
That's it.
That'll work. He's at second, nobody out. Marlon Byrd now.
Well, I tell you, BB catching in Candlestick Park, that's not an easy park. You guys are playing there. That's a long walk back to the dugout, too.
You should get
punch out in that ballpark.
Extra credit. Pad the stats for playing in that ballpark. Byrd up the middle of base hit. He drops it into center. They will stop Posey, who almost ran through the sign right there. Roberto Kelly put up the brakes big time. Byrd has the single. Posey was coming hard around third. First two have reached in the San Francisco fourth.
Boy, Byrd taking that pitch right back up the middle. Posey coming around third base. Like you said, Roberto Kelly putting up the stop sign. Well, with nobody out, you don't want to take a chance, especially with one of your valuable players. He looked like he stumbled coming around third. Hit the back end part of third base.
And he had it in his mind, it looked like, that he was going all the way. 5 hits now for the Giants. First and third, nobody out for Brandon Belt.
Well, he's lucky he didn't get hurt touching third. It looked like he hit the top part of the bag where most runners try to cut to the inside corner.
Belt flied out to left his first time up. Trying to go the other way. He's done that much more often this year, Brandon Belt. Big swing and a miss. And Brandon Belt holding his own against left-hand pitching this season. 265 versus lefties. That includes 4 home runs. In the air to center. A.J. Pollock drifting to right center field. Posey at third. He will hold up there. That's a big out, number 2.
A nice throw by A.J. Pollock, just holding him, respected the arm there with nobody out.
First out, and now you've got Brandon Crawford.
A.J. Pollock gets behind it. You see him trying to corral the ball in, gets a nice firm throw behind. Nice one hopper there.
Now you can possibly get a ground ball here and get out of this. They're on the corners, nobody out. 1 away now for Crawford. Posey at third and Byrd at first. Crawford grounded out his first time. There's the ground ball, but it's fouled just by Goldie.
Nice diving effort by Paul Goldschmidt at first base. Great crowd today here at Chase Field.
Monday, Labor Day. 1:10 start here in the Valley. Oh, and 2.
Nice pitch by Corbin here. That slider down and away to that left-handed hitter. Tough pitch to hit. See if he comes with it one more time.
Bounced it. A ball and 2 strikes.
Nice job by Castillo just to corral that ball and keep it in front. Definitely don't want that runner at first to take that extra base to take them out of the double play. Some Giants fans eating our food today.
Up in the draft room in the right field corner. Looks good.
It's making me hungry.
Thank you so much. So what's these two right here?
This one is the regular. Those two are a little hot.
Okay, which one's the hottest?
The hottest, I would say this one.
Alright, this is the one we want.
2-2. Crawford back after missing a few games last week, had a calf injury. He also missed 5 games recently with an oblique, so just about everybody on this team, it seems, been banged up lately. This guy's turned into a critical bat for the Giants. He leads them in home runs, second on the team in RBIs. But it's been a month since he's homered, has not hit a home run since August 6th. Patrick at 60 pitches now, 42 strikes.
He's gotten ahead of a lot of these hitters. He's just had problems the last couple innings of trying to get that put away pitch.
There it is, called strike 3. 4 strikeouts for Corbin, 2 down.
Oh, and I think he threw Crawford so many breaking balls. He was looking for another one there, and he just painted the outer half with a fastball.
Well, when you can throw that slider, Gonzo, down and away from the lefty and then kind of dot that corner with a fastball, that's a pretty tough combination.
He threw him 5 straight sliders before he came right back with a fastball.
Jackson Williams, the rookie. Posey at third, Bird at first, 2 outs. Williams struck out his first time up. Ball 1. Jackson Williams, 29-year-old, just his 8th career major league game. He did not go. Angel Hernandez down at first. 2 balls and no strikes. Leak the pitcher on deck. Wellington Castillo wants to talk it over.
Well, you don't want to make a mistake here. 2-0 with 2 runners on with 2 outs. So they want to make sure they're on the same page. One swing of the bat could tie this ball game.
Corbin. 2 on, nobody out. Got the fly ball, the strikeout, and the ground out to end the thread. He keeps it a 3-0 D-backs lead.
Make sure that we stay in contact with the upper division teams, that the Dodgers right now in our division, and then the wild card teams. We want to stay in that race and keep the guys in. It's important to play important games in September.
Chip Hale discussing the importance of the team finishing strong. September is all about meaningful baseball, and whether or not the D-backs are in a playoff race, Chip wants his players to understand these games mean something, because at the end of the day, they are all judged by wins and losses. And with the D-backs hovering around the 500 mark for the majority of the season, Chip doesn't want the team to slip to a point where their record doesn't reflect that it's been a strong season of marked improvement. Chip went on to explain that down the stretch, if Arizona isn't in a playoff run, he wants his players to recognize they can have an impact on the postseason with games against the Giants, Dodgers, and Astros. If nothing else, Gonzo, maybe you can reflect as a player. He just believes that it installs really good habits for the players, that you may physically be tired at the end of the season, but mentally you still want to be sharp and battle it out.
Yeah, I agree, Kate. And you're looking at the Diamondbacks here. Their next 22 games, counting this one, is against National League West teams, 12 at home and 10 on the road. So they're definitely going to have an impact on the National League West of what's going to happen.
Wellington Castillo leads off the fourth against Miami. Castillo struck out his first time, and he's down 1-2. Coming off a 3-hit game yesterday against the Cubs, including a home run. He's got 18 homers, 16 with the Diamondbacks. Labor Day in the pool at Chase Field, not a bad gig. Mike Leake strikes out Castillo for the second time today. That's his third strikeout. One down in the fourth. Here's Jake Lamb, who singled in the second, came in on the Phil Gosselin 3-run homer. Mike Leake has pitched very well for the Giants since the deal from Cincinnati, and has, well, almost nothing to show for it other than a 3.16 ERA as a Giant. He's gone at least 6 innings at all 4 starts with San Francisco. He's given up more than 2 runs only 1 time. Took the loss in his previous start Wednesday at Dodger Stadium. 7 innings, only 2 runs on just 5 hits, but that was a run support issue. The Giants were beaten 2-1 in LA. Clayton Kershaw struck out 15.
Yeah, every time I see Mike Leake, he kind of reminds me of a rich man's Bronson Arroyo. He kind of mixes everything up. You know, he's got a little bit more velocity than Bronson did, but he knows how to pitch, and he pitches around the strike zone. And here's a guy who never even played in the minor leagues.
Yeah, went right to the big leagues.
Straight from ASU to the big leagues.
Made 22 starts as a 22-year-old rookie in 2010, and that started his free agent clock relatively early, so he's set to hit the open market this winter. So that's why Cincinnati felt they had to move him at the trade deadline this year.
Well, I think for most starters nowadays, if you can come out of college and be consistent and throw a lot of innings, there's going to be a lot of teams out there that are going to be after you.
2-2. Full count to Lamb. Yeah, Leake has got that sinker that he'll throw about half the time. That 2-seam fastball, low 90s. He also cuts it a lot, so he's got the 2-seamer down and into the right-hand hitter, and then the cutter that tails away from the righty. Oh, Leake was walking off the mound, thought he had that one.
Yeah, he did. That definitely doesn't make an umpire happy when you kind of show him up like that.
Adam Hamari behind the plate says ball 4.
There you see the pitch, and Leake thought he had it. Drops his head.
Not a strike according to Foxtrot. So 1 out base runner now for Phil Gosselin, who homered his first time up, a 3-run homer, his second this year. Just had enough in left center to get it out of here as Leake hung a breaking ball. Everything that Mike Leake throws moves, because he's not a hard thrower, Gonzo, as you mentioned. You don't really ever see the straight four-seam fastball from Mike Leake. He's got the two-seam sinker and the cutter, two balls that move in different directions, and then he mixes up the breaking balls. He's got that curveball with the knuckle curve grip, and then that slider. And he mixes those two pitches up in equal amounts, and he'll throw the occasional changeup. So he's got the whole kitchen sink up there.
Yeah, and I think where he gets hurt is what happened to him here today. He just either hangs a breaking ball or leaves a pitch up in the strike zone, and the ball tends to flatten out a little bit, doesn't have that late movement.
0-1 on Goslin.
He's not afraid to play with the corners there, inside and outside. He'll go right after you. He tries to thrive on that hitter's aggressiveness to get you out.
The 8th overall pick in the first round by the Reds in the 09 draft out of ASU from Fallbrook, California. Base hit for Goslin. Bangs it into center. He's 2 for 2. Tell you what, Chip Hale told us this weekend in Chicago that, rightly or wrongly, as evaluators, the coaches in the front office, that the September impression that you make as a player is the one that lasts into the offseason, and that's when decisions are made. And this guy is making a very strong September impression.
He is, and what he's shown is a lot of confidence up there at the plate. He doesn't look like a rookie out there. He's going out there and playing hard, getting good at bats, getting good pitches to hit, and when he gets that mistake pitch, he's taking advantage of it.
And there are the evaluators. Dave Stewart on the right, Deshaun Watson in the middle, Dr. Red Lewis, the director of analytics, on the left. Nick Ahmed right to Crawford and right through Crawford. And the Diamondbacks have the bases loaded with 1 out. Well, you don't see that too often. Nick is 2 for 2 if they rule that a base hit. Hit pretty hard.
Well, you see Nick with a nice pass at the ball there. Nice one hopper to the backhand side. Nick's hit the ball hard twice today, 2 times up at the plate.
Now, home run yesterday in Chicago. They rule it a base hit. So the bottom of the order really coming through. Lamb in the 6 hole has reached twice. Goslin 2 for 2. Ahmed 2 for 2. Here's Corbin. Come on, Corbin. Base hit. Lamb had to hold up. They'll stop Goslin at third. 4-0 Diamondbacks. RBI single for Patrick.
Nice job by Corbin getting the pitch up. Nice coaching by the kid there with a sign. Ask and you shall receive. He just kind of stays inside out of that ball, gets a nice swing on it, drives it into left field.
Dave Righetti to the mound. 9 hits for the Diamondbacks.
Hey fans, when the D-backs win, you win at Papa John's. The day after every D-backs win, you get 50% off your regular menu price online order at Papa John's. Enter promo code DBACKS50 at papajohns.com.
Diamondbacks pitchers have 15 RBIs this year, which is interesting considering they've had 0 extra base hits. Last year, D-backs pitchers had a total of 8 runs batted in. 15 by the Diamondbacks pitching staff this year. 7 of them from Jeremy Hellickson. He had a rehab start for Reno yesterday. Should be back soon. A.J. Pollock. He has singled and grounded out, 1 for 2. Bases loaded, 1 out.
A base hit here can really open this game up.
A.J. hitting .344 since the All-Star break.
Another solid year for A.J. 316, 15 home runs.
Goslin is the runner at third. Nick Ahmed at second and Patrick Corbin at first. One and one. A.J. hit safely in all 4 games at Coors Field on the last road trip. Had a double, a triple, 2 homers against the Rockies. Started all 4 games there. But then over the weekend went 0 for 10 at Wrigley Field.
I'm sure you heard it all weekend long with those fans out there in the outfield.
In the air to right, Marlon Byrd is under it. Phil Gossman's at third, and here he comes. He is in there, and Ahmed's in at third. 5-0 Diamondbacks.
A nice job by Gosselin getting around that tag there. Nobody happier on the bench than A.J. Pollock. Getting that fly ball to short right field. Bird actually makes a nice throw to the plate. One hop throw. Nice court awareness there. You see Enciarte telling him to slide to the outer half. Using his extra base running coach out there, which is the hitter.
5 runs. We're having tacos.
Where's BB when you need him?
He's not going to be happy. He missed it again. They're on the corners with 2 outs for Ender Enciarte. Ender singled his last time up. Before the last 2 at bats, the Diamondbacks had been 1 for their last 9 with the bases loaded. George Contos has started throwing in the Giant bullpen. A single by Corbin, a sac fly by Pollock has made it 5-0. That's the strike call inside, 1-1. Shallow right center. Tomlinson drifting out there, and he's got it. Diamondbacks strand 2, but they get 2 through 4. They lead the Giants 5-0.
Talk about the 4th inning, the top of the 4th. Big key for Corbin there, getting the big out with 1st and 3rd. First out, a fly ball to center field. Nice throw by Pollock to hold the runners there. 1 out. Crawford taking the fastball away for the 2nd out. And Jackson Williams grounding out to 3rd. So nice job by Corbin to salvage the inning without scoring any runs there in the top of the 4th.
They had a 3-0 lead at that point. 1st and 3rd, nobody out, got the 3 outs, and now the Diamondbacks have made it 5-0 with some help from Patrick, who had an RBI single back in the bottom of the 4th. So far, 4 scoreless, 5 hits. He has down walk to batter. He's got 4 strikeouts. The pitch count is in relatively good shape.
Yeah, and he's made good pitches when he's had to. You know, he got in the jam there like we talked about a second ago in the 4th inning and came up big, getting 3 consecutive outs.
Well, he'll face Mike Leake, Angel Pagan, and Kelby Tomlinson, the scheduled hitters, 9, 1, and 2, in the San Francisco 5th from this Labor Day matinee at Chase Field.
I think the key for him too is 2 times already going into the 5th inning that he's had the pitcher leading off the inning.
Yeah, Leake led off the 3rd with a ground ball to third base. And now he'll lead off the 5th.
Most teams offensively, you'd like to get that pitcher out of the way and roll it over to get to the top half of the lineup. Corbin's been able to get that 8th hitter out a couple times there for the 3rd out of the inning.
Patrick started the first game of the doubleheader. That was Tuesday last week at Coors Field. Beat the Rockies for his 4th win of the year. A little tapper back to the mound. Corbin's on it. One away. Patrick was very good in that start at Colorado. 6 1/3. Gave up only 2 runs, 7 hits. Did not walk a batter. Had 4 strikeouts. Did give up a couple of home runs. But then again, it is Coors Field.
Nothing's ever easy at Coors Field. I'm sure working with your partner Brentley, he'll tell you, especially as a manager, there's no way you settle into your seat. It doesn't matter if you're 5-6 runs up going into the last couple innings of that game.
They built an enormous ballpark and it's not big enough. That's the great irony of that place. It's literally a mile high, as we've seen, and sometimes it's like playing in Cincinnati or one of those real small ballparks.
And it's hard because the outfielders play deep. A lot of balls fall in. When they catch it well, they end up in the seats. I don't understand how the Rockies don't go out every year and just look for sinker ball pitchers throughout the draft. Just try to hold on to these guys.
Pagan doubled his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Pagan, a switch hitter, much better from the right-hand side. He's hitting .315 batting right-handed this year. Right back up the box. That one almost got Corbin. A rocket right back to the mound off the bat of Angel Pagan, who's 2 for 3.
You talk about scary right there at the mound. 60 feet, 6 inches from the plate. You see that coming right back at you.
Nice.
Corbin takes a dive out of the way.
.99 miles an hour coming right at you off the bat of Pagan. Here's Tomlinson, the second baseman. This pitch swinging. Fly ball center field. AJ still backing up. He's got room. 2 down. Brings up Matt Duffy.
Third baseman Matt Duffy.
Duffy 1 for 2 on the day with a single in the first.
Grounded out his last time up.
That's one of my favorite spots to watch a game, right there in center field.
It is a very cool view out there. You got that counter. You can spread out with your scorebook and your snacks and watch the ball game kind of hanging out over the outfield. It's a very unique perspective. You feel like you're almost in the game. One of the best outfield seats in baseball.
It really is. I've gone out there with my son a couple times just to check it out, and there I am right there. I'm just hanging out.
We just started selling those Gonzo cups this month. Get those here. Chase Field when you order your soft drinks.
Need to get a set of those and take them home. I'm sure my wife will be very happy to have a set of those around the house.
Should probably use them on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Class up the joint. That's pretty cool. You got your own cups this year. Diamondbacks have a set of 4. We had the Goldie Cup earlier. We have the Legends Race Cup. Change them up every month or two. The Gonzo ones have just started this month, so get on down to Chase Field, get your Gonzo Cup. You can use it at Thanksgiving in your home.
I'm sure Christine's sitting at home going, geez, I get enough with Gonzo by myself, much less having a cup.
Give me a cup of Gonzo to go. Cheers. Got the purple and teal on there. 2-2 on Duffy.
A big pitch here for Corbin. 75 pitches in.
Center field for Pollock. Corbin strands the 1-out single. Bottom 5 coming up. It's 5-0 Diamondbacks. Brings live reports from the biggest games. Get you ready for all the action. Catch America's pregame at 2 o'clock only on Fox Sports 1, streaming live on Fox Sports Go with Mike and Molly. Goldie leads off the 5th. You know, Mike Hill was at my wedding and did a dance when in the reception that was so outrageous they had to put it on the bonus features of the wedding DVD.
Is that right?
Goldie gives this a ride. Will it stay fair? Nope. Yeah, Mike Hill, great dancer. Maybe he'll dance on the show.
Who would have known, right?
Yeah. This one just missed his 28th homer.
I'll tell you, Goldie's strong enough to go line to line here from left field to right field. He just misses one here down the right field line.
Talks about how he's had that home run swing back lately. 5 homers in his last 14 games. But down 0-2. He
tried to come with that breaking ball that got Goldie out the first time up, down, and away.
How would you pitch to Goldie?
I just roll 4 balls across the plate.
Up there like bowling.
No, I mean, he's going to get his damage. I mean, he's going to do his damage out there. You just hope there's nobody on base. I mean, he's got strength to all fields. You leave something up out over the outer half of the plate, he's going to hit it in the swimming pool. You just got to bear down and keep the ball down on a guy like that. He's just such a big guy. He's strong enough to hit it out to all fields.
2-2.
You don't want to leave the ball up with this guy. He can hit a mistake a long ways.
And there's no where to defend him. Certainly he will use the whole field. Tremendous power to right and right center. It's one of the things that makes him so special. Bounced that one badly, and it's full 3-2.
See, even when the pitcher's up 0-2 on a guy like this, he still doesn't want to make a mistake.
And it's remarkable how often, we talk about this all the time, Goldie's down 0-2, you look up and it's a full count. Still only one pitch in the strike zone. And that was the one he fouled off. Able to check a leadoff walk for Goldie. Second walk issued by Mike Leake.
And that's a lot of credit to Goldie. They're having a good eye at the plate. Now he's over 100+ walks in a season. Consistency by that. Getting on base for the other guys.
In this case, David Peralta, who singled and scored to lead off the second, came in on the Gosselin homer. 5-0 Diamondbacks. Peralta 1 for 2. He's now got a 6-game hit streak. That was a strike, says Adam Homari. David, 13 games against the Giants this year, only 8 starts, but he's hitting nearly .380 versus San Francisco. 2 doubles, 3 triples, and 3 home runs. This one is off the glove of Posey, and Peralta's aboard. He tried to make the backhand play. Maybe thinking he had a shot at Goldie at second, but the Diamondbacks first 2 have reached here in the 5th. The base hit.
Catcher, Wellington,
There's a nice play by Posey, just trying to get to it, just out of the reach. Well, you know you're living right as Peralta is right now. 2 infield hits today. 1 to each side of the field. Third baseman Duffy making a dive and play earlier, couldn't throw him out, and then again, once again here to the right side.
Now 10 hits for the D-backs. They lead at 5-0. Goldie at second, Peralta at first. Nobody out for Beef Wellington.
And that was a hanging pitch right there. Beef just pulled off of it.
He is 0 for 2 today, a pair of strikeouts.
Let's hope he locks in here, because he really hasn't had his last 2 at bats really haven't been well. It's almost like he hasn't seen it. That last pitch was a hanger. He missed that one.
Coming off a 3-hit game yesterday, Wrigley. Off the fist, broken bat, slow roller. Crawford has one play, and he throws him out. The runners move up. So in effect, a sacrifice bunt for Beef. But that one came to eat in on the hands.
third baseman,
Castillo just didn't look comfortable today in his 3 at-bats against Leake. It's like either he's not picking up the ball well against him, there's something that's throwing him off.
Jake Lamb has singled and walked and scored twice. And it's been the bottom of the Diamondback order today that has done all the damage. 6 for 7 with 4 RBIs. First base is open. And they'll work to Phil Gosselin. You get the righty-righty matchup there, but remember, Gosselin hit a 3-run homer off Leake back in the second.
Well, that's the advantage you have when you got a couple guys hot in the batting order. You pick your poison right here. He's going to go ahead and try to get Gosselin to get a double play.
And we mentioned that earlier. Mike Leake has a very good ground ball rate. It's just over 50% this year. He's top 20 in the majors in terms of ground ball frequency. So when he really needs a double play ball, and he certainly does right now, he knows how to get one, and they'll try to get one out of Phil Gosselin here.
now batting, second baseman.
Gosselin 2 for 2, a 3-run homer in the second.
And that was a hanging breaking ball right over the center part of the plate. Center cut there for him. He didn't miss it when he hit it out to left center field.
Bases loaded for the Diamondbacks. 1 out. Gosselin 2 for 2.
I think the big key for Gosselin right here is to try to find something up in the zone. Stay off of that sinking pitch down.
Boy, perfect location from Leake that time, and it's 0-1.
A little help there by the umpire. I think that ball was off the plate.
Goldie, the runner at third, Peralta at second, and Lamb at first. Leak ahead 0-2. Nick Ahmed on deck.
And that last pitch there to Gosselin was the one he really wanted. He just missed it, fouled it back. Now he's an 0-2 count. This ball was up in the strike zone a little bit over the outer half. Now he's in the battle here with 0-2 pitch. Just trying to put it in play, make something happen, get one of those runs in.
Lays off that time. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bobby Freeman.
It's like an airplane cockpit up there with all those buttons.
The Billy Preston of the National League West. 1-2.
He gives you a good at-bat every time up there at the plate. He's battling right now. He's down 0-2, battled to 1-2, fouling off some tough pitches.
Gosselin, 7 games with the Diamondbacks, 2 doubles, 2 homers. He's walked 4 times. 1-2, bases full, 1 out. It's even, 2-2.
Boy, this is the money pitch right here. He doesn't want to go 3-2.
So if you're the hitter, you're looking for that 2-seamer here because you know he wants that double play ball.
Yeah, you know he's going to try to get it.
Missed with it. It's full.
He called it. He tried to go right down in the zone with it. He wanted that pitch.
That's the whole reason they walked Lamb intentionally, to set up that possibility, but it's not there.
That's a good eye by Gosselin. Most hitters would have been chasing that. I know I would have. That's too close to take for me.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Well, the Braves guys told us when they made the deal that sent Bronson Arroyo and Tuki Toussaint to Atlanta, they said, you're going to like Phil Gosselin. And from what we've seen so far, there's a lot to like. There's one, and they get the double play ball they were looking for. So they walk Lamb intentionally to load the bases, and it pays off. It stays 5-0. Luis Coronel, big D-backs fan, joins us next. by your Valley Honda dealers, where you'll get more standard features for less money. CenturyLink, your link to what's next. And by Mix One, great taste, no face, available at local retailers. Latin Billboard Music Award winner, Artist of the Year last year, big Diamondback fan from Tucson, Luis Coronel is with us. How you doing?
I'm doing super fine, super excited to be here, how I said. I mean, super stoked to have Luis Gonzalez right next to me.
Well, I mean, everybody has that reaction when they're near Gonzo. Sure. I understand you're a big D-back fan. We just found this out today.
Man, since I was young, I've always been a huge, strong supporter of the D-backs, how I said and how I've mentioned. My family used to get along. My family used to get reunited because of the D-backs. So all we hear is, mijo, you know, come outside your room. Mija, come outside your room. D-backs are on. So we're like, you know, we're definitely big, huge, die-hard supporters of the Diamondbacks. And to the day, until I die, I will always support the D-backs.
Buster Posey, tell us about what's coming up October 3rd, because this is a big deal here at Chase Field for us, and I know for you too as a big Diamondback.
Definitely, October 3rd, it's a huge deal. Why? Because I remember how I said I passed through Chase Field going on I-10, going all the way up to Los Angeles, and I seen Chase Field, and I told my manager, man, I wish one day I could be in that field and, you know, be able to see all my fans in there with me, you know. And I told them, and then probably like a month or two passed, and my manager told me, he's like, dude, he raised up his hands at me, he's like, I'm like, what, bro? He's like, dude, I got it done. And I was like, what, your dream? And I was like, what, bro? And then he's like, you're performing in Chase Field. And I was like, no way, no way. Thank God, man, thank God. It's a beautiful blessing to be able to say I'll be here October 3rd in Chase Field.
Marlon Byrd grounds out quickly, 2 down for Patrick Corbin. Yeah, that's coming up after the game October 3rd, presented by Sprint and Samsung.
Yes.
You know, you got a lot of fans out there.
19 years old.
How about that? You got more fans than he does.
I love coming out here. I say huge and strong supporters here in Phoenix, Arizona. And more than anything, I love seeing that here in Phoenix, more than anything, families come out and support, you know, which is moms, dads, sons, daughters. And that's what I mostly enjoy. See that families are together, having a good time, enjoying the time together. And just, I love seeing everybody be happy.
You're big on what, Twitter, Facebook?
I'm usually more active on Instagram.
Instagram,
yes,
okay.
But
you and Randy Johnson.
All my social media is just
blowing up, isn't it?
Definitely.
Now, have you heard of this grumpy cat? Grumpy cat throughout the first pitch.
I've heard it. I seen it. I seen the cat. He didn't want to smile, man. I tried to take a picture with him. It was just too grumpy.
Well, if Grumpy Cat smiles, the whole deal's off, right?
Right. Tried making a smile, but nada, nothing.
Now, it's going to be a big day when you're here, Luis, October 3rd, because you've got Hispanic Heritage Day. You've got the Los D-backs soccer jerseys that the Diamondbacks are giving away. And then your concert after the ball game. So that's a big one to circle there on your calendar.
Yes. Definitely October 3rd, how I say. Till the day today, I mean, nerves just keep on coming, you know, and that date is always on my mind, October 3rd. Every day I wake up now is October 3rd, Chase Field, Phoenix, Arizona, with Los Diamondbacks. And I'm, even myself, man, I'm right here sweating, you know, I'm super excited for this day to come.
We're going to be excited to have you here, as well as all your fans. We're looking forward to a big crowd out here to see you.
Definitely.
I mean, it's a big day. It's a whole day long thing. Before the game, we'll have our Hispanic Heritage Street Festival presented by APS. All kinds of different interactive festivities going on there. Diamondbacks players and coaches will be wearing the Los D-backs jerseys during the game. And then afterwards, it's you. So you're the closing act. That's big.
That's where it gets scary. Man, I can't wait to be on the field, be on stage, and just see everybody here, you know. More than anything, I can't wait to see everybody with their D-backs jerseys. I bet you anything, most of my fans are going to be here wearing D-backs jerseys.
Well, Lee,
they're in the crowd.
Luis, you brought Patrick Corbin tremendous luck there, and we will see you next month. Looking forward to it. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. I'll see you guys October 3rd. God bless you guys. Thank you, Luis.
All right.
kicks off as coaches Conor McGregor and Uriah Faber join in. It's an all-new season of The Ultimate Fighter. The mayhem begins Wednesday only on Fox Sports 1. A quick top of the second, or top of the sixth for Patrick Corbin. Thanks again to Luis Coronel for joining us. And here we are, Mike Leake back out there. Bottom six now, 5-0 Diamondbacks.
Nick Ahmed jumped on that first pitch, put a scare in the D-backs dugout, just shot one in there.
Brandon Drury in the on-deck circle, so it looks like Corbin at 85 pitches gone. So it was done for the day.
He's done a great job of holding these guys down.
Nick has doubled and singled so far. He's 2 for 2. There's Patrick. Retired the last 5 he faced. No walks, 5 strikeouts, 6 scoreless innings. He gave up just 6 hits. Ahmed strikes out.
Yeah, and to me, that's the pitch right there. You got to get checked from the umpires over there. That's going to be some, I'm sure they're going to start looking at to try to address. I mean, that was a close check swing.
Pitch hitting for Patrick Corbin, number 62.
Well, you can request that they check. They don't have to. 4th strikeout for Leake, and Drury will hit for Corbin. Brandon Drury, the 23-year-old rookie, 2 for 11 to begin his big league career. Saw Brandon on the last road trip. Did a couple of starts at third base, 1 at second base. They want to see him in both spots as they head into the offseason. So this is a big-time evaluation period for the front office, and they are keeping a close eye on both Phil Gosselin and Brandon Drury to decide where those guys fit in.
Well, and I'll tell you, this guy had a fantastic spring training.
He was their best hitter in spring training.
Absolutely. He took it right on into the season, had a good year.
Brandon Drury hit .435 in 15 spring training games. In big league camp, 3 doubles, 3 homers. That was coming off a nice run in the Arizona Fall League at the end of last year. Hit 3 home runs in 23 games for the Salt River Rafters.
Well, there you see Leake taking advantage of a young hitter right there, just taking a little bit more off, and Drury way out in front.
90 pitches for Leake, 61 strikes, 2-2. Got it. 5 strikeouts for Leake, 2 down.
Well, fans, the most popular way to follow the D-backs is with MLB.com @bat, the #1 app for live baseball. Enjoy live look-ins, highlights, replays, reviews, scores, StatCast, live radio, and more. Get MLB.com @bat app now.
A.J. Pollock. A.J. singled in the first, had an RBI sac fly his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Diamondbacks got 3 in the second on Phil Gosselin's 3-run homer. And had 2 more in the fourth. An RBI single by Corbin and the Pollock sac fly. They lead it 5-0. Patrick Corbin, 6 scoreless innings. He's done for the day. There it goes, way back and way out of here. A.J. Pollock is 16th. And that ball was hammered. Let's make this Gonzo our Chaz Roberts air conditioning cool play of the game. Watch it fly.
Boy, and he got that pitch up in the zone. He knew it right when he hit it. He knew that one belt high. There's not many big leaguers going to miss that one.
Just a hanging nothing ball, and that's going to do it for Mike Leake. He is done. Second home run today by the Diamondbacks. Gosselin in the second, Pollock in the 6th. It's 6-0 D-backs. Back after this. Corbin got an early lead, and he made it stick with 6 scoreless innings against the Giants.
Boy, he really did. Good fastball command there. Spotting his slider. Nice plays there by Lamb at third. Just making the right pitches when he had to get the runners out and the hitters, keeping them off balance all day long. He's got to feel pretty good about his performance today on Labor Day.
Gave up 6 hits, no walks, 5 strikeouts. Through just under 90 pitches. And now, after the Pollock homer, it's 6-0 Diamondbacks with 2 outs in the 6th. And the new pitcher for the Giants is the right-hander George Contos. 63 appearances out of the bullpen for the Giants. That is the 10th most in the National League among relief pitchers. Ender and Ciarte up there. 2 outs.
I know Corbin did a good job on the mound, but you can't forget, man, when a pitcher drives in a run, that's a big deal for these guys.
Yeah.
Did a nice job getting that runner in with bases loaded, getting that single to left field.
Santos has been outstanding this year, a 1.91 ERA in all those appearances. He's ahead of Inciarte, 0-1. Make it 0-2. Another step forward for Patrick Corbin in the return from Tommy John surgery. That's now 3 very impressive starts in a row, and that's what Chip Hale mentioned before the ball game today. It's been 2 steps forward, 1 step back for Patrick. A little flare off the bat of Ender. Duffy's under it, but now Patrick is really progressing. Diamondbacks add a run on the Pollock homer. Through 6, they lead the Giants 6-0. I want to wish good luck to the Hillsboro Hops, who tonight, under manager Shelley Duncan, having won both halves of the season in Hillsboro. They got the best overall record in the league, the defending champions. They start the playoffs. It's a 3-game series. Game 1 tonight at Salem, and then games 2 and 3 at Hillsboro. Of course, Dansby Swanson is playing for the Hops right now, the #1 overall pick this year in the draft, the Vanderbilt shortstop. So good luck, Hops. We're all hopped up here, Gonzo.
Absolutely. What a fantastic atmosphere over there in Hillsboro to see those guys play, and great fan support, the ownership, the front office, everybody over there first class, and we're excited to be affiliated with the Hillsboro Hops.
You can check out hillsborohops.com or get on the Twitter hashtag all hopped up. Rip City, 6:20 a.m. Brandon Crawford in there against the new pitcher for the Diamondbacks, on in relief of Patrick Corbin. It's the right-hander Randall Delgado, his 51st appearance. Cody Reed, a 2nd-round pick last year, a high schooler out of Alabama, 19 years old, a very promising young pitcher in the Diamondback system. Will start game 1 tonight at Salem. And then games 2 and 3 at Hillsboro. You'll see Carlos Hernandez, who's had an outstanding year. He was the pitcher of the league, best pitcher in the league, led the league in strikeouts and ERA. He'll start game 2. And if you want to see what Dansby Swanson is up to, in the playoffs. Well, he's really had a good year there, too. Hadn't only been there a couple of weeks, but he's really done some damage there. Check out HillsboroHops.com and follow along.
Yeah, he had a minor setback when he first went out there to Salt River Fields. I was actually walking up when that incident happened to check him out. He got hit in the face.
His first professional at bat as a Diamondback, facing Yohan Lopez. 1-2 on Crawford. A little pop up to Goldie. As promised earlier, we have selected a Data Strong fan photo. Feature strongest fan photo. Don't forget the hashtag AZDataStrongFan. I don't know.
Well, yeah, today's Grumpy Cat Day here, so we're going to show a dog, I guess.
Let's see what you did there. Brought to you by T-Mobile. Jackson Williams, the catcher, 0 for 2.
You know, if you think about our minor league system, every year it seems like we have 3 or 4 teams in there getting into the playoffs. Mike Bell and the staff here does a fantastic job putting these teams together. The coaching staffs all throughout the minors, the scouts, they've done an outstanding job.
1-1 on Williams. Pitcher spot is due up next, and Alejandro Diaz is in the on-deck circle. There are Tony La Russa, Dr. Ed Lewis, Deshaun Watson, Dave Stewart. And you're right, every year in the playoffs, 3 or 4 or 5 teams sometimes are in the postseason. Kane County absolutely dominated their league this year. Castillo's got it. I know you went to a game at Kane County, our low-level A-League team.
I did, Saturday night after the Cubs Diamondbacks game.
What was that like?
It was awesome. Shot over there with JJ and Royer, one of our owners, and man, what the atmosphere! 10,000 plus people out there, and they won on a walk-off in the 10th inning. So you talk about exciting. The crowd was into it. They're starting the playoffs this week also. So it's an exciting time for our minor league systems going all the way through. And we couldn't be any happier with all the affiliates that we have.
Got 4 teams in the playoffs this year, the Diamondbacks, a minor league system. Alejandro Diaz will hit for Contos, the pitcher. First pitch swinging. Shallow left center. Pollard coming in. He won't get there. Diaz has a 2-out single. He's only had 10 at bats with the Giants, now make it 11. They just picked him up from Boston about a week and a half ago.
Well, you talk about all-out effort there. A.J. Pollock trying to make the play.
So Diaz, who began the year with the Orioles, was dealt to Boston in June, then San Francisco at the end of August with his 3rd team this year. There's a little bloop, 2-out single. And the leadoff man, Angel Pagan, steps in. He'll now switch and bat left-handed against Delgado. Pagan has doubled and singled. He's 2 for 3. There's his strike. Yeah, you got Visalia, won the first half of the Cal League. They're tied for the lead in the second half. The Rawhide, the best overall record in the Cal League this year. Kane County, just an absolute domination of their league, the Midwest League. Kane County just, I mean, they mopped the floor with everybody in that league. You've got Hillsboro, the defending champs in the Northwest League. Their playoffs start today. And Missoula in the Pioneer League, they won the first half. They're a half game up in the second half. They're at Helena today, the Osprey. As far as Reno goes, the AAA team, the Reno Aces, managed by Phil Nevin, going to start seeing some more Aces players work their way up here. Diamondbacks still won't say who, but they have told us they will bring up some more guys here with expanded rosters. Jeremy Hellickson started for Reno yesterday against El Paso, a rehab start coming off that hamstring injury. So Hellickson could be back soon. They may go to a 6-man rotation at that point. Jeremy yesterday, 6 innings for the Aces. 3 runs, 6 hits, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. Dave Stewart keeping a close eye on that. They may go to a 6-man rotation to finish out the year, or Chip told us they might just pick and choose their starters on a case-by-case basis. Godley will start here Wednesday. Tomorrow night, Chase Anderson and Ryan Vogelsong. Godley gets Chris Heston Wednesday in the series finale. Off day Thursday. And then the Dodgers come in for 3 over the weekend. There is Vogelsong throwing right now.
I think for the Diamondbacks, the most important thing to do is just try to finish strong here. Never know what can happen as far as guys getting a chance to showcase their abilities.
Talk about abilities. You're talking Barry Zins down that right field line. I mean, Barry, talk about a plus defender.
Great play over there.
Our Golden Glover down the right field line. Barry Zins. Dick Robertson working left field today.
Wearing the hardball khakis down there.
3-2 on Pagan. There's a foul ball. Everybody's running around the bases, and Angel Hernandez is standing there signaling foul.
I think Goldie might be hurt there.
And Goldie hurt his hand or something.
Pagan just ran right by the first base umpire who was pointing foul.
Yeah, the entire time there was no hesitation at all on the part of Angel Hernandez. Looked like it hit right in front of the bag, and there's the immediate foul signal. Now Chet Goldie, he kind of hit the ground pretty hard there. Bruce Bochy is out discussing the play with Angel right now. Looks like Goldie's okay.
Well, I mean, Angel's right on top of it. If it goes over the bag and hits foul, it's a fair ball. Apparently, Angel saw it foul the whole way.
This is not subject to review because it hit in the infield, and then where to place the base runners becomes a problem, so it is not subject to review. And Pagan is back in there with Diaz at first and a count of 3-2.
Funny part was Pagan just ran right by Angel while he was pointing foul.
Yeah, it was odd. And he strikes out. So it works out for the Diamondbacks. We will stretch at Chase Field. They lead the Giants 6-0. Discussion as the Giants took the field for the bottom of the 7th between Angel Pagan and first base umpire Angel Hernandez.
I love it.
Angel, what do you want from me? It was foul.
Yeah, Angel was right on top of it.
And so Ryan Vogelsong, who according to the notes was supposed to be their starting pitcher tomorrow night, is in the ball game. In his 31st appearance of the year, he's kind of gone back and forth with their injuries between the rotation and the bullpen, but he was listed as their scheduled starter for Game 2 tomorrow night against Chase Anderson, but he's out there to work the 7th inning.
Yeah, they duped us on that one, didn't they?
Yeah. We'll try and find out what's happening with the Giants. We're told by the Giants PR staff that this is news to them as far as they know, and as far as they were told, Vogelsong was going to start the game tomorrow night, but now he's on in relief here Monday afternoon. And Goldie leads off the 7th. 0 for 2 with a walk. Now, I hate to break it to you.
I mean, they're breaking BB's records over in Candlestick, and with the Giants, they might as well take mine here.
That was on Goldie's walk to lead off the 5th against Mike Lee.
Well, I'm sure by the time the season's over, he's going to be way past 101.
I was going to say, he's probably going to break a lot of records by the time we're done here.
Absolutely.
So get in line. So big surprise here, a little bit of a wild card from Bruce Bochy. He's scheduled starter tomorrow night on in relief, so we don't know who's going to pitch tomorrow, and neither does the Giant PR staff.
There's the general manager, Brian Sabian.
Goldie struck out in the 1st, hit into a double play in the 3rd, walked his last time. Called strike 3. Vogelsong paints the corner. Hey, D-backs fans, introducing Pepsi Limon, made with just a hint of real lime juice. That means Pepsi Limon has a little bit of lime and a whole lot of flavor. Pick up yours today, now available at your local retailer, or you could just get a beer. You can have lime with the Corona, or you could just get a Pepsi Limon. David Peralta. Peralta 2 for 3.
Well, he just looks locked in on every pitch. He doesn't flinch on anything. Got that confidence going right now.
A pair of singles. He has scored a run. Just to make sure, we check next door with the Kruko and Kipe. The great Giants broadcasters on the Giants TV side. This is popped up foul ground near the D-back dugout. And Duffy has it. We just stuck a head in there and said, hey guys, what's going on here? And they said, we have no idea.
And then Saturday.
And they know everything.
Catcher.
They're in the in over there. Obviously, they're in the outs today because they don't know who's throwing tomorrow.
Kruko's always got that baseball with him. Wellington Castillo 0 for 3. He struck out twice and grounded out. Well, I guess we'll find out tomorrow when we get here who's going to pitch against Chase Anderson. The beauties of September baseball. Every side has like 50 guys. Are you an expanded rosters fan?
Not when you go to smaller ballparks, but you know, if you're a team in the playoffs, it makes it hard because a lot of times these extra guys have to either come in real early to get their work in because they don't want to break the routine up with the regular guys as they're trying to get into October baseball.
So it gets a little crowded. Huh?
It does. And a lot of teams are very you know, they 50-50 on how they want to approach that, because when teams are going in, you don't want to kind of mix up the routine that these guys have. But they want to give these other players the experience of being on the bench and seeing what it's like to get into postseason baseball.
Diamondbacks have used it as an opportunity to help supplement a tired bullpen as Castillo grounds out. Vogelsong a 1-2-3 7th. Diamondbacks lead the Giants 6-0. Was the Cox Gig Live high-speed highlights. There's one Hudson. Here's another. Our Gila River game summary as Daniel Hudson is on to work the 8th inning. Diamondbacks took a 3-0 lead in the second. Phil Gosselin a 3-run homer off Mike Lee. Added 2 more in the 4th. A Patrick Corbin RBI single, an A.J. Pollock sacrifice fly, and then A.J. a solo homer in the 6th. And here we are, 6-0 D-backs as Daniel Hudson is on to work the 8th. Joe Panik, just activated from the DL, will bat for Kelby Tomlinson, the second baseman. The numbers on Huddy this year, his 53rd appearance. So Panik will lead off the 8th. Rejoined the Giants today following a rehab assignment with AAA Sacramento. Panik has not played since August 1st. He's been out with lower back inflammation. He's missed their last 34 games. And is at .309 with 7 homers at All-Star this year. Speaking of the DL, they just did activate Matt Cain, Gonzo, the Giants, so there's a possibility that maybe they put Cain in that open rotation slot to start tomorrow night. That's just guessing, though.
You're probably right. That is a good possibility that he could be the mystery man going tomorrow.
Tim Hudson is another possibility for tomorrow night, the veteran starter in his season that's been off and on for Hudson in terms of injuries and health and age and the whole thing. So likely either Cain or Hudson here tomorrow. The numbers on Panik this year.
First at bat for Panik back, and he's facing 96, 97 miles an hour.
There's Tim Hudson with Jake Peavy. Hudson on the right.
Couple crusty veterans over there.
Just inside at 95. A ball and 2 strikes on Panik. Played 3 games at AAA Sacramento as part of his rehab assignment. Made an unbelievable diving barehanded play at second base at Sacramento on his minor league rehab that just blew up the internet. And he's been killing the Diamondbacks this year, Joe Panik. A dozen games versus Arizona. He's hit .400 with 5 extra base hits. It's a piece of 96 down and away.
He's doing a good job. He was down 0-2. Now he's battled his way back.
In the air to center, A.J. Pollock on a dead run back there at the track, and he won't get it. It's off the wall. Panik stops at second, a leadoff double.
I'll tell you, if you're a Giants fan, you got to be pretty excited about that. At first at bat back, going down 0-2 in the count, fighting it back, and then hitting the ball over A.J. Pollock's head. That's not an easy task to do.
Well, that's Joe Panik, though. He's one of those guys.
And A.J. just coming up short on that play to center field.
It's like he never left. Back after missing 34 games with a leadoff double. And here's Matt Duffy. Churro dogs. Can't make those things fast enough. Duffy 1 for 3, a single in the first. There's strike one.
I just like the way this guy plays too, Duffy. They got some grinding guys out there. Very similar to the D-backs, young players that they have in their infield.
Duffy played sporadically the first month of the year. Remember, the Giants brought in Casey McGee to replace Pablo Sandoval at third. That didn't work out at all. McGee was sent to the minors and eventually let go. So near the end of April, they plugged Duffy in there at third, and all he's done is hit and play really good defense, which is even more impressive considering he played a total of 3 games at third base in the minor leagues. Came up as a shortstop in the minors.
I had talked to Bochy earlier in the season, and he was raving about this guy, the way he plays the game, his mental approach on and off the field, the way he comes prepared and ready to go every single day in the lineup. He had no issues of putting him right in the middle of this order.
97 from Huddy, and he's even 2-2. Yeah, Bochy said that, I mean, put it simply, he said this kid can hit. He battles up there, no at bats that he gives away. You like the swing, uses the whole field. Leads all National League rookies in hits.
Well, and you talk to a lot of college scouts and college coaches. This guy didn't hit a lot in college. When he got to the minor league ball, it's something that the light switch just turned on, and he'd hit 300 everywhere he's gone.
Goldie at first, he'll take it himself. Panik moves up, 1 away. Hey, fans, play Kachenko by signing up at one of the 16 interactive kiosks right here at Chase Field during any Arizona Diamondbacks regular season home game. Now, you mentioned it, Gonzo. Duffy played 3 years at Long Beach State and never hit a single home run in college. None. 0. He never hit higher than 266 in any collegiate season. But here he is. It seems like their future at third base.
Just goes to show you work hard enough and you make adjustments, you'll end up becoming a big league ball player.
Posey knocks it into right, a base hit. Panik scores, 6-1 ball game. Buster Posey 3 for 4.
Buster Posey continues to show everybody why he is one of the best players in the game. Fastball running in, just kind of inside outs it, shoots it hard to right field.
Posey's now hit in 9 straight, batting over 500 during his hit streak. He's at first with 1 out for Marlon Byrd.
There's 2 of the better players in all of Major League Baseball, not just the National League.
And we've talked about this a lot with Bob Gonzo. They have very similar batting stances. When you watch them up there at the plate, they really do resemble each other.
And they're really quiet leaders, if you think about it. Neither one of these 2 guys are really vocal guys, but they know how to quietly go about their business and lead by example.
Posey hitting about .350 since the All-Star break.
And they're both talking about how easy it is to hit at this level right now, I'm sure.
Those 2 guys numbers 3 and 4 in the National League in hitting. Buddy ahead of Byrd 1 and 2. Marlon Byrd a single in the 4th. He's 1 for 3.
Pitch at 96 miles an hour.
That velocity has been up for Daniel for most of the year this year. We saw it very early in the season and kind of opened our eyes, and it stayed that way. Hit 100 at Coors Field on the last road trip.
That's amazing when you think of a guy who had 2 Tommy John surgeries. He's throwing 100 miles an hour.
1 and 2. Wellington Castillo wants to talk it over. Now always got to be careful with Marlon Byrd. I mean, 1 swing here and it's a 6-3 ball game. Suddenly the Giants are back in it. One out, you got Byrd up there and Belt on deck. The base hit for Byrd.
Buddy not happy with himself after leaving that pitch up in the zone.
Well, Hudson has faced 4 Giants hitters and 3 of them have base hits. Matt Reynolds will start warming up in the Sanderson Ford bullpen. Mike Harkey quickly to the mound. We got a pair of left-hand hitters coming up. Brandon Belt and Brandon Crawford. And Belt having maybe his best offensive season. He's 0 for 3 today. Crawford would be next. But Belt over his last 25 games hitting better than .320. Buster Posey, the runner at second. Marlon Byrd at first. 1 out here in the 8th. And here's Belt. It's a lot harder to pitch to Brandon Belt this year. He's done a much better job of covering all parts of the strike zone. And a really good job of handling pitchers who try and come inside on him. He's had a nice bounce back year offensively.
If you make a mistake in there, he might cheat and try to get the head out. He's trying to tie him up. Doesn't want him to get extended.
Belt not doing much of anything against the Diamondbacks this year. A dozen games coming into today. He's hit a .174. just 1 RBI. Last year he crushed the Diamondbacks. 4 home runs in 10 games. Two 2-0.
You got to think if he walks from here, this is going to be his last hitter. He's put himself behind the 8 ball.
And Reynolds gave up the grand slam yesterday to Miguel Montero at Wrigley Field. He's warming up in the Diamondback bullpen. 3-0 is in there, first strike. Crawford, the lefty, on deck. '97 checks his swing and fouls it off, and it's a full count, 3-2. Brad Ziegler has now joined Matt Reynolds in the Sanderson Ford bullpen. Ziegler the righty, Reynolds the lefty. 2 on, 1 out, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Just got a piece to stay alive.
Well, to me, the 3-1 pitch was the one that I was mystified by, because he as a hitter, you should be cheating there for a 3-1 fastball, and he took kind of a check swing almost. Got to come right at him right here.
Drives it toward the right field corner and foul.
Well, that's a happy zone for the left-handed hitters, down and in. All you do there is just drop the head on it. That's what he did. He got this pitch down in the strike zone. He knew he hooked it right when he hit it.
Another 3-2 pitch. Center field, AJ. Two down.
Nice job by Huddy, just battling to come right back at him and get him out there. Kept trying to come in.
Here's Crawford. They've had the left-hander Reynolds warming up. Crawford leading the Giants in home runs, second on the team in RBIs. He's been one of their best hitters this year. The lefty is ready. But it looks like they will stick with Daniel Hudson here. Of course, Reynolds gave up the grand slam to Montero in the game yesterday in Chicago. Ball 1 to Crawford, who's 0 for 3.
Well, I tell you, I'm a left-handed hitter. I'm excited that you just left the right-hander in to face me.
Well, Crawford has been much improved the last couple of years against left-hand pitching. It's really not that big a deal for him anymore. It's very similar to what we've seen from David Peralta this year. He's hitting just under 270 versus lefties this year, Crawford, including 3 home runs. So if you feel like Hudson with that upper 90s velocity has a better chance against this guy than Reynolds, who throws from the left-hand side but upper 80s and just gave up a big homer yesterday, maybe this is your best bet. Two and 1. 30 pitch inning for Huddy now. You get north of this number and Chip Hale really starts to get uncomfortable. '97 right by him, 2-2.
I tell you, Huddy's had to work this inning, 31 pitches already. That fastball just tailing away.
Got it up a little bit.
You see 18 pitches at 95 plus.
2 on, 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. '98 stays alive. Buster Posey, the runner at second, Marlon Byrd at first. He did not go. That's Ted Barrett, the crew chief down there, and it's a full count, 3-2. That means the runners can start running on the pitch. Jackson Williams, the rookie catcher, would be next. Three and two. There go the runners. Fly ball right center. Inciarte, Pollock, it's AJ. And Hudson walks the high wire. Here's what's next, brought to you by CenturyLink. We'll see Phil Gosselin, who homered back in the second. Diamondbacks lead the Giants 6-1.
Talk Diamondbacks offense. Phil Gosselin will come up, Brandon Webb, but we'll also focus in on Patrick Corbin. We talked in the pregame show, wanted to see if he could go back-to-back quality starts, plus he did that today. How did he do it?
I think he did a great job. They come out swinging the bats very aggressively today, swinging early in the counts, and he did a good job of making great pitches, getting some early contact, some early outs, made a couple big strikeouts when he had to, and all around kept him off the board.
All right, we'll take a closer look. As always, Steve and Luis, we'll send it back to you. We'll see you right after the game.
Thank you, guys. Ryan Vogelsong back out there for the Giants, and Jake Lamb will lead off the Arizona 8th, up 6-1. Jake has been aboard all 3 times he's been up there. A single and 2 walks, 1 intentionally, scored twice. So he's now got a 6-game hitting streak.
I just like the way he's continued to get better as the season's gone along. Last year, September call-up. Just play with some confidence this year.
Jake, over his last 15 games, hitting .340.
He said he's going to continue to get better.
Well, he's in the mix, and it is a very competitive situation in that infield because they're looking at Brandon Drury at third base and Phil Gosselin at third base. They can also both play second. Joe Panik checks in at second for the Giants after hitting for Tomlinson. Drives it to center. Pagan on the run in the corner. He won't get there, and it one hops the wall. Jake Lamb, his 14th double.
Nice job by Jake Lamb. It just looks like Vogelsong just slowed everything up for that breaking pitch, left it up in the zone. Oh, the D-backs have done a fantastic job today by hitting those breaking balls that were left up.
Yeah, that was a hanging nothing ball right there. Driving the bus. So Lamb at second to lead off the 8th. Here's Phil Gosselin, who has homered and singled. He's 2 for 3. Gosselin getting the start at second base today. So that'll make Gosselin 7 for 21 with the Diamondbacks so far. 2 doubles and 2 home runs. One and one. Good crowd here today, better than 28,000, including Gonzo. A big group from the Arizona Plumbing and Air Conditioning Contractors. Got some good seats out by the bullpens. There they are.
Well, it's only fitting they were here today with the starting pitcher named Leake.
Oh, nicely done. Gonzo at the top of your game. Gosselin hits it to the right side. Panik throws him out. Lamb moves up.
I'm sure they looked at the schedule and said this would be a great time for us to come to the ballpark.
Diamondback Live with Brandon Webb and Lightning Todd Walsh right after our ball game. They'll be talking offense. 46th time the Diamondbacks have scored at least 6 runs this year. D-backs have 65 wins on the season coming in. In 40 of those 65 wins, they've scored at least 6. Nick Ahmed. Nick 2 for 3, a double and a single. Pitcher spot up next, and Jared Saltalamacchia is in the on-deck circle. Trying to get that run home from third with 1 out.
Boy, Nick's got to be a little more aggressive in that strike zone. That's too good a pitch to take there, hitting 8th in the order with a pitcher hitting 9th. You got to want to get that run in. Although there's a pinch hitter out there, you still got to want to be aggressive.
Lamb at third after the leadoff double. Well, that's probably why Mike Leake did not pitch effectively, because nothing can shut down a Leake like a bunch of plumbers. We got a whole group here. Arizona Plumbing and Air Conditioning Contractors. What a play by Duffy at third. Saved a run right there. Matt Duffy, told you, came up in the minors as a shortstop and has done a very good job at third this year.
Nick hitting it nicely down the line. Got a double down the line earlier. Not this time. Duffy playing a couple steps off, step in a dive. Makes a nice throw across the diamond.
So with Lamb at third, now 2 outs. Saltalamacchia will hit for Hudson. Salty 7 for 21 as a pinch hitter this year. 203 on the year with 5 homers.
He came off the bench swing. You get that heater, you don't want to miss it. First one, taking a crack at it.
Brad Ziegler still getting loose in the Diamondback bullpen. Looks like he'll get the 9th. Brad has had a couple of rough outings in that last series finale against Oakland, and then at Coors Field. A lot of pitches back-to-back days, so he's had most of last week off. So hopefully he's refreshed. Just inside there, it's 1-2. Ziegler in that game against Oakland here, that Sunday game, threw 30 pitches. And threw 22 the next day in Colorado. That's a lot of 52 pitches for him in 2 days. That's a lot for Brad Ziegler.
Yes, it is. And he's not an overpowering guy, so he's more of a finesse. So those pitches tend to take a toll on a guy like that.
But he's been off for a while now. 2-2 on Salty. Yikes.
That one just a bit outside. Quite sure what pitch they want to throw there, so they're going to call timeout and talk about it.
Giants coming into this ball game 5 over 500 for the year. Second in the National League West. They are 7.5 back of the Dodgers in the division. They have won 2 straight coming into today. They won Saturday and Sunday at Coors Field. Every game for them at this point is critical. He misses. Ball 4. A walk to Saltalamacchia brings up Pollock. And AJ homered his last time up.
Center fielder AJ.
But I think the important thing for the Giants is you want to stay close enough to the Dodgers so when you have those head-to-head, and coach not real happy.
And a 2-out walk to the pinch hitter. Bruce Bochy not thrilled because now it gives Pollock a chance to hit with 2 on and 2 outs. There's the NL West. AJ singled in the first, and a long home run his last time up, his 16th of the year.
Good job. 327 with runners in scoring position. 46 RBIs.
Watch this one go. This was with 2 outs in the 6th. A hanger for Mike Leake. And that was the last pitch that Leake threw in the ball game. Strands 2. 9th inning coming up. It's 6-1 Diamondbacks, and Brad Ziegler coming in. Arizona is brought to you in part by Law Tigers, Arizona's motorcycle lawyers.
Welcome back to Chase Field. Brad Ziegler taking the mound for the D-backs here in the top of the ninth. Brad coming off several days of rest after some taxing outings against the A's and the Rockies last week, where he uncharacteristically ran into some trouble. Chip said the layoff wasn't planned for Ziegler, just played out that way, but it was certainly beneficial for the right-hander who threw 52 pitches over 2 days and was feeling it, not just in his arm and shoulder, but his knees, his ankles, really aching all over after those long outings, but feeling well rested now. And Chip said today he just really cannot say enough good things about Ziegler, really proving to this team he can come in any role. He did not rule out that the team won't be searching for a closer come this offseason, but they said Brad has certainly proven he can take that role on.
Nick Noonan hitting for Jackson Williams. Grounds out to open up the ninth inning, so that's pretty efficient for Brad. 1 pitch, 1 out. He has not pitched since that rough day at Coors Field a week ago today, so he's had a full week off, Gonzo, and hopefully that takes care of the fatigue.
Yeah, and like Kate said, I think he has shown that he can handle this job, but to me, he's more valuable a 7th, 8th inning guy when he can come in and get that ground ball that you need out. I'd like at the end of the game to have that power arm down there. Brad will pitch a lot to contact.
Gregor Blanco. So we saw Noonan hit for Williams in the 8th spot. Blanco hits for the pitcher, 292 and 4 homers. Really having his best season in the big leagues. You see that 372 on base percentage. That is among the highest on the Giants team. And with all their outfield injuries this year, he's been especially valuable. He homered in the Giants win at Colorado on Saturday. Brad's especially good, Gonzo, in that role, 7th inning ground ball guy, because he can get ready so quickly. If a jam develops before you know it, Brad's up there, a couple of pitches, and he's good to go.
He's done a great job of that ever since he's been a Diamondback pitcher.
Two and two on Blanco.
If you think about it, with Ziegler and Colementor, they've been two of the kind of the unsung heroes down there in the bullpen the last 2 or 3 years. These guys have done whatever they've been asked to do. Colementor there went from reliever to starter to reliever.
Opening day starter.
And then Ziegler, one of the guys, 7th, 8th inning, now to coming in and being a closer.
He's gone full on Blanco, 3 and 2. Pagan, the leadoff man, on deck. Hard to second. 1 hop to Gosselin. 2 down. Diamondbacks trying to snap this 4-game losing streak, get back in the win column, enjoying some long overdue home cooking here. And a tough road stretch for the Diamondbacks. A 9-game homestand, all against the NL West. 2 more against the Giants tomorrow night and Wednesday night. Off day Thursday. Dodgers in for 3 starting on Friday. Padres will follow LA. So come on down to Chase Field. dbacks.com/tickets. Angel Pagan. Pagan, a single and a double. He has struck out twice, 2 for 4. Gosselin one more time. Ball game. Diamondbacks snap the losing streak. They open up the series in the homestand with a 6-1 win over the Giants. Gonzo, just what everybody needed here. Back home, and you start off with a win.
Yeah, good win for the D-backs. Obviously scoring those runs, those 3 runs in the 2nd inning was a big blow against the Giants. And the D-backs let it hold up and continue to score a couple more runs. So nice win for the D-backs. Glad to be home.
A 3rd consecutive impressive start on the comeback trail for Patrick Corbin. Home runs. Phil Gosselin his 2nd. A.J. Pollock his 16th. It's 6-1. D-backs over the Giants. Diamondback Live postgame show. All set to go. Brandon Webb standing by with Todd Walsh. Todd.
Steve, thank you very much. Brandon, let's be honest, these are not the easiest games for Major League Baseball players. You come